Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Screen by Howard. Here's George. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Griffin goes in. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
And Augustine kicks to George. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 20 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Mark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Turner's checked in for Dwight Howard. Kaminsky is checked in for the Clippers. The shot's good from Banks.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
And thank you, Doris. And that one's good. 24 points for Paul George.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
Augustine against Banks. Shoots the 3. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. Ellis dishes to Augustine. Here's Turner. And George with the stuff. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
That was as big as it gets. They are definitely going to enjoy that one.
Banks, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Shot is off.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backcourt.
Fires from deep. The rebound by Turner.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Outside, George to take the lead. It's in!
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Banks against Augustine. It's good!
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's George. Another shot. It falls!
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
.23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Banks. For the 3. He's off from 3. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Buries it.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Banks. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And now, let's hear it for Golden Eastons. And now, let's
And folks, we couldn't decide a winner in regulation, and we're getting set for the jump ball to start overtime. And the Pacers start off with the ball. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Banks, he's in at the point. Jay Crowder out there with Griffin. Then there's Mo Williams, and it's Kaminsky in at the 5 spot. Augustine passes to Howard. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Griffin, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Here's Augustine, and again it's Indiana.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg, does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Takes a 3. Banks, no good.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy. And if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Got a piece of it. And now, here's Banks, the fast break up third of
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
Zeller, who's checked in for Kaminsky.
Everyone on your feet right now. Let's bring this one home. On your feet right now. Let's bring this home.
A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Johnson the screen. And George kicks to Johnson. Over to the left wing. Augustine dishes to George. It's Ellis on the wing. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Clippers. And here is Zeller. A 3-ball. They get it back. Griffin. Yes!
Well, you know what? Griffin's got him falling in right now, that's for sure.
Pacers have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. Outside, George. He kicks it to Augustine. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers.
Mobilized in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, the goal tonight is clear, figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And today we honor the one and only Martin Luther King Jr., a man who stood for the peace, unity, and equality of all people. It's a great day, Shaq.
That man gave his life.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Pacers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Indianapolis. You look at the Clippers. This can be a difficult stretch midway through the season when things aren't going great, and these guys have been sliding, fellas.
You know, sometimes during the season, Kevin, as long as it is.
Clippers starting five. Banks in at point guard. Griffin is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Williams. And it's Zeller in at the 5. They double team Ellis. Johnson outside. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Banks, he's in at point guard. Griffin is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Crowder in at the 2. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put together a nice one. He ended with 26 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't.
He's checked in for Crowder. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside, George. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his 5th personal foul.
And the foul called on Freak. And so he's picked up his... And so that brings...
Well, Coach Vogel,